Final preparations are underway for the world premiere of a musical production based on the award-winning book by former asylum seeker Behrouz Boochani. The book, which chronicles his perilous journey and his detention on Manus Island, has been adapted by an Australian composer.
A rehearsal of No Friend But the Mountains, a symphonic song cycle, before its world premiere in Melbourne.
Exhilaration, trepidation, joy, and a huge honour to be able to do this.
Watching from his new home in New Zealand, award-winning Kurdish-Iranian author Behrouz Boochani. His book, written secretly over many years on a mobile phone while he was detained at Australia's offshore processing centre on Manus Island, inspired the composition.
Well, there's Behrouz's story, which is incredibly emotional, and you can't help but be kind of moved by that story. Then there's also the recurring history of Australia, the one of incarceration, the one of isolation.
The former asylum seeker blended poetry and prose when he wrote about his refugee journey.
There is a harmony in the words, in the way I wrote and Omid wrote and translate.
Lengthy conversations were had between the author and composer.
The important thing for me was that he, as a composer, understand and capture the soul of the system and this tragedy and this journey.
The result?
Something different and distinct from the book.
The premiere was scheduled for November 2020 at an indoor venue, but had to be postponed due to COVID. It will now go ahead outdoors at the Sydney Myer Music Bowl on Sunday.
We're expecting a really good turnout. There's a lot of interest in this work. I think a lot of people have read the literature, have read Behrouz's book, and are intrigued as to what the song cycle will add to it.
A modern Australian work that draws on a range of emotions. Philippa Carisbrook, SBS World News.
And that's the world this Friday. If you've missed some of tonight's bulletin, you can catch up on the SBS News website shortly. And a reminder, you can also watch the bulletin live there or on the SBS News app. Darren Mara back with our next bulletin from the news team. A very good night.
Sitting in the train, I am shoveling my butt off.
This is the beginning of our journey.
Join us on an extraordinary journey.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Wow, beautiful.
World's most scenic railway journeys. Tomorrow 7:30 on SBS and on demand.
What happens when there is a favourite child?
There's no favourite for me.
Do you believe her?
No.
Your brother was the front man of In Excess.
Michael was called Hutch. I got called Michael's brother.
Then, on Dateline, the horror of Agent Orange still affecting Vietnam.
It was a weapon of mass destruction.
And the brave battle for justice.
At 10 on The Feed, the shady world of social